simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Auburn's offense will go on the attack first. Last year's Iron Bowl is pretty much what we've come to expect when it's in Tuscaloosa, as scripted as it was a year ago. The drama you tend to find when they play in Jordan-Hare, but there's no mistaking the intensity no matter where these two get together.
Yeah, and Auburn didn't play their best, but this rivalry always provides fun. Like, there's some way, somehow, it shouldn't happen. Where it's played has always mattered. It seems like it will swing the pendulum a little bit, but a lot of hate in the Iron Bowl. The state of Alabama, you're either on one side or the other, and it's usually not friendly. This will be a fun game to watch.
I feel like this is the rivalry game that consistently provides the most drama at the end of every season. That's why it's so much fun to watch. Last year when these guys played, Peyton Thorne threw for over 300 yards, but it wasn't close to enough. They need more balance. They can't turn the football over if they're going to get this win over their hated in-state rival.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Now on the return. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Bernard. Oh, he's got some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Cuevas. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. Makes life really easy on you on 2nd down.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Grab near the marker, it's Horton. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll give it to the back. work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Starting to feel a little pressure. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college.
There he goes! And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front seven. They're able to fight off the blocks on that third down screen play, make the tackle, now setting up fourth down.
They punted away on fourth down. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First play of the drive comes from the 41. To the air, it's Simpson. Pocket breaking down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Finds his man, it's Coleman. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Gonna swing it on second down. He's got it on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's gonna go. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Powers forward. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Bernard.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Finding open areas. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Miller. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Thrust that arm out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Makes a man miss. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. Gets it past the marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
To throw, it's Daniels. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Lost to fire on second down. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football.
Looking to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Quarterback moving. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Snagged in the middle, it's Cobb. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Fields. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Throwing right. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And you got to give the defense a ton of credit there on 3rd down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the defenders on the back end stayed in position.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown Tide! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they
Turning it on! And he was not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Looking to throw at Simpson. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Dropping back, it's Daniels. He's got him. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Cobb. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Tigers will hustle to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Simmons. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. Breaks into the open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go, set.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
At the 13-yard line. 4th down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football, because he is
Wide open spaces. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
no doubt about it. And what do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Give to the running back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line.
That's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. He's got it. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Miller with the ball. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
So here comes the Auburn offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Howard. At the 45, on his way. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Pulls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Simmons. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. and that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
That's reeled in. It's Singleton. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They just keep firing. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Touchdown, Auburn! Quick strike through the air for the score. Here comes the two-point try.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Got it in the middle. It's Horton. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the...
There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. And that ball is high in the backfield. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And the punishment has been extended.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Finds a man on the left. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Auburn lines up quickly.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
Military stunt.
Looking downfield on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Cobb. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Cobb. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. To the air, it's Daniels. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Under fire. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. Fit it in the window for the score. Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field with the windows closed so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Going over the top. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
Going for the big play. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.